I think that Europe Galante in Prague will be a very important discovery for the audience, but maybe not really a discovery, because 2 years ago we had the opportunity to perform Le Carnaval de Venise, another opera by Campra. And Le Carnaval de Venise, as l'Europe Galante, are both opera ballet. I think people will be happy to recognize the style of Campra, and especially the fact that he liked to mix French music and Italian music. That's why Campra was famous at the time, because he was known as the composer of for Italian arias, the composer of the new style after Lully's death. And l'Europe Galante is for this important because it's the first opera ballet of the history in France. L'Europe Galante will be interesting because you don't have a lot of god and goddess in the story. The stories are more linked with normal people, or more or less normal people, and so everything is linked with exotism. And this exotism, for the people at the time, it was in costumes, in sets, but also with Campra, thanks to Campra, in the music. And all the dances are very different from one act to the other. And even the style of the arias are totally different depending on the nationality where we are, France, Italy, Spain, or Turkey. The version we will present during the festival is not the full version of l'Europe Galante, but only main excerpts. But this way of presenting an opera was already existing at the time, because l'Europe Galante, for example, has been divided in separate acts during all the 18th century. And some acts were very famous and were performed alone, or for example with Rameau operas, or even with small Lully operas. And l'Europe Galante, for this reason, is, I think, a masterpiece for the concert. The question of Europe is very important nowadays, but it was also very important at the time. And I think Campra wants to show that each country at the time has a separate way of thinking, of living, and in l'Europe Galante of loving also. But at the end, he wants to show that these different pictures of Europe is just one way for modernity, because all the people that we will find in the different stories are all what is modern in Europe, in the new way of living, new way of thinking, because l'Europe Galante in 1697 is maybe already the beginning of the age of enlightenment. The idea we had together with the festival was to show Collegium, Marianum and Les Folies Françaises, both ensembles we already performed but never together. And so the idea is to mix them, to find a European sound with partly French musicians and partly Czech musicians. And for the soloists, the idea was to have a very mixed cast, because half of the singers are French, but some are coming from other countries, and for example, 2 are coming from United States. And I'm sure the public will enjoy this cast.